Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. It's Krista from Hebert's Down Home. If you are new here, welcome. I would love to have you click that subscribe button down below. Today we woke up to a snowy spring morning and it inspired me to talk about an unexpected life. Today is Inspiration and Encouragement Monday. Okay, so I moved inside where it's warm. I'm not gonna stand out there and talk to you the whole time, but I had to show you the snow. And just like the unexpected snow this morning, it sort of inspired me to talk about an unexpected life. And you know how we all kind of have this idea of how our life is gonna go or how we would like it to go. And for some reason, we kind of fully expect it to go that way. I don't know why, but we do. And it just takes me back to my 20s when I had this plan all laid out for my life and how it was gonna go. And the first unexpected thing was that I didn't get married as early as I thought I would. Now we live in the Midwest and I got married when I was 26, which some of you would say is pretty young or not that old to get married. But to me, it felt very old. All of my friends had been married for a few years, or many of them had, and I was one of the only single ones left, I felt like, and I was very concerned. I met Monty, we got married when I was 26, and we actually fully expected some infertility issues. We knew that I had some possible infertility issues and that it may be difficult for us to conceive, and so we were pleasantly surprised that it wasn't difficult, and we had Bentley fairly quickly after we got married and Peyton shortly after. And then we fully expected to continue on and have 3 or 4 children. But at that point, we experienced secondary infertility and were unable to conceive a 3rd child. And so that threw our whole, plan for a loop. And here we were and thought we were home free and things were good. So we decided to do foster care, and we're fully expecting to adopt through foster care. Now, I'm going to give this disclaimer. I would not recommend fostering with the plan of adopting. I always think that it's best for children, if they can, to go home to their biological family, if it can be safe, if that environment can be set up to be successful again. That's just my disclaimer. That's my opinion. But we went into it expecting to adopt. Our first set of children was 3 children under the age of 3, and it was crazy, and we loved it and we loved them, and we actually ended up falling in love with their birth mom and helping her and working alongside of her to get them home, and that was a super good experience for us. And then our second placement was 2 children. Connor 4.5 and Nevaeh was 3 months old. And as you know now, we ended up adopting them. And so that was a wonderful, wonderful, unexpected gift. And if we hadn't been open to an unexpected in our plan, and just gone, hey, we're going to make this plan work and not been flexible, they would have never been a part of our family. So we're thankful for that. So I have to tell you though, kind of another unexpected thing is once we had become super attached to Connor and Nevaeh, we found out pretty quickly that we were pregnant with Grayson. And so that was another great surprise. In the midst of foster care, we actually gave birth to Grayson, and then a year later we adopted Connor and Nevaeh. And so that journey was completely unexpected. And then we actually had Jackson later on, a couple of years later. So we had 2 more children than biological children after we adopted 2. So we have our 2 oldest, 2 adopted in the middle, and 2 biological at the end. So, and we're so pleased with our unexpected family. So as I think about that unexpected life, that unexpected journey that we went on in order to grow our family, I just think, why are we so scared of the unexpected things? Why are we so scared of the brokenness that has to happen in order for good to come? So as I talked about the other night, I am reading Ann Voskamp's book, The Broken Way. And I am only a few chapters in, but I am loving it. She talks about never being afraid of broken things and of the unexpected things that break you, and that those are the very things that are going to bring an abundant life. So she talks about how God can use that brokenness and those open wounds to change us, and that good things, beautiful things come out of the brokenness. And I think that is just so, so true. And I think not only of our journey that we were on with our children and with our family, but now the journey that we're currently on. Our current journey is still one of brokenness. When you adopt children from hard places, there's a lot of hard things to work through. And as parents, we are so unprepared. We took all the classes, we read all the books, we do all the right things, but every child is so different and needs something so different. There's nothing that you can do to prepare for it. You have to take it day by day, and you have to trust God for wisdom and patience, and to give you what you need in the moment to take care of each thing as it comes. So back to Ann Voskamp's book, when I read about the broken way, and I think so much of our children, and I think so much of our journey, and I think so much of so many other things in our life, there's so much brokenness, right, in this world and in our lives, and so many hard things that we're going through. And to just think about it as, you know, out of that brokenness, that is where growth happens. Without brokenness, we can't grow, and we can't change, and we won't grow, and we won't change, because we get really, really settled and really content in that safe place, in that happy place. Sometimes I just want to retreat to that happy place. Where is that joy? Where is that peace? That's where we want to live. But it's in the midst of the turmoil and the chaos that God changes us and makes us new. And that newness, I think back to the newness of spring, and I also think back to, you know, outside and the confusion of, you know, there's that beautiful Bradford pear that's blooming out there, and at the same time there's snow on the ground, and that just doesn't make any sense. There's this beauty along with kind of this harshness of the cold and the wind. And it's like, how does this all work together? But God is working at making something new. And, you know, he's going to use that moisture from the snow, and the grass is going to be greener when it's all gone. And the flowers are going to bloom again, and it will all be okay. But in the moment, I'm seeing these flowers out there that are frozen, and I'm thinking, oh, spring was coming and now it's not. It will come. It will come. So that's my ramblings today. That's my thoughts today. I highly recommend Ann Voskamp's book, The Broken Way, A Daring Path into the Abundant Life. I'm enjoying this book, and I'm thinking that you might too. So I just want to encourage you today that if you're going through a difficult time, an unexpected time, a hard time in your life, just be encouraged. God is going to use it to change you, to give you wisdom, and he will give you the strength that you need to get through whatever it is. And I'm sorry that you're struggling, and you are not alone. And thank you today for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.